The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, WellSpan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dead's got it! York Revs coming off perhaps their biggest win of the season last night. Hi again, everybody. Darryl Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball. 2 on tap today, thanks to a rainout back in mid-May. A little bit different weather situation today than we had back then. Today it's the heat, but we will play 7 innings in the first game, 9 innings on a fireworks night later on tonight. And Michael, the win last night, a 4-3 walk-off win for the Revs. Michael Burgess, the walk-off home run, first of his Revs career. And it was kind of poetic justice. He had an error earlier in the game. Really happy to see he was the one that had the chance to win that game. Either way, it was a huge win for the team to come back home like that.
Sure, and they didn't waste any time in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mesa gets on with the leadoff single. 2 pitches later, Burgess ends it. It was pretty quick, and you like to see that from the Revs. You down 1 going into the 9th, but more importantly, that only 1. They kept it 1 in the 9th. Grant Sides did a great job getting out of a runner at third, no outs jam, and keep it just at 1 run, and you gave yourself a fighting chance going into the bottom of the 9th, and Mesa and Burgess ended up delivering, and that's just a great win for the Revs. First walk-off of the season, exciting, and to do it on a weekend where there's a lot of fans here on a Friday night, that's pretty cool. And for Mike, a guy who's pretty locked in recently, and over the past week he's been killing the ball. That was good to see, and just got to go out here today, show and go for game 1, and hopefully get a dub, and then do the same in the nightcap.
It is that. It's a show and go here for game 1. And Major League veteran Jonathan Sanchez, the former San Francisco Giant playoff starter, no-hitter artist, he makes his Revs debut today. If you haven't heard, Sanchez signed. He is the newest pitcher to join the team as the Puerto Rico native, now 35 years old. We'll get the ball in game 1. Dominic Severino has been activated. He is due to pitch in relief. Revs did place Tyler Clark on the DL today, retroactive to earlier this week, but they are expecting only a few more days for him, so we'll see Roger Diaz catch his first game and do so with the big league vet Sanchez. That's the big story here in game 1 today, but we do have the highlights from the 9th inning last night. If you weren't with us, the Revs were down 3-2. Grant Sides, the first and only run that he's given up this season, but after having a runner at third with no outs, did not allow that second run to score. And Melky Mesa leading things off against Patriots closer Ryan Kelly. And the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball, left side base hit. They were guarding the line with Kelly at third. He dives and can't reach it. Melky Mesa, a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 9th. He's 2 for 4. Sandy De Leon coaching at first, looking in to see if they'll pinch run. And they would. They would bring in Nick King to do so. Michael Bird's up next, and the first pitch, a breaking ball from Kelly. It looked like he was right on it, but he foul-tipped it off the catcher's face mask, so it was an 0-1 count, and Kelly would go to the breaking ball again. Burgess did not miss. No balls and a strike to Burgess. Rodriguez at short, way up the middle, as they play him to pull. Ton of room on the left side of the infield, and in the left center gap, outfield way deep. The 0-1 breaking ball hit deep in right field. It is gone! Michael Burgess, a game-winning walk-off home run, and the Revs come back and win 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning as he throws his helmet in the air and disappears into the mob scene at home plate. And the Revs with their first walk-off win of the year stunned the Patriots in the bottom of the ninth inning. Michael Sr. does it, and the Revs win 4-3 on the walk-off blast to right. An incredible win last night. Revs' first walk-off since the playoffs last year. First in a regular season game since last August. First walk-off home run in a regular season game since Andres Perez in May of 2016. They did have Talvin Nash walk off the Blue Crabs on a home run in the postseason last year. But for Burgess, the 34th home run of his Revs career. The next one will put him into a tie for 10th. It'll essentially put him in the top 10, but his first hit in walk-off fashion. So today the Revs will try to make it a third straight win overall. They had the 12-7 win at Long Island, the walk-off win last night, 29-28 coming in, and Sanchez gets the ball in his Revs debut in Game 1. Patriots will go with left-hander Rick Teasley. He's 3-2 with a 2.15 ERA. Somerset coming in 31-25. Their magic number to clinch a first-half title is 4. It did lower by 1 as both New Britain and Long Island lost their games last night. Coming up on the pregame, we'll discuss Sanchez edition a little bit further, and then we'll hear from Mace coming up here shortly as well. First pitch for Game 1 here today is set for noon sharp on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
With compassionate and caring professionals, Presley Ridge offers individual, child, and family therapy in addition to foster care and other in-community services. To learn more about Presley Ridge and their impact on families right here in our community, visit presleyridge.org or call 717-845-6624. That's 717-845-6624.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a Kona Ice birthday party at People's Bank Park. Parties include a 2-hour feast, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey, a ceremonial first pitch, and a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays in the Kona Ice birthday zone during a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are bored, your garage is overflowing, and your patio furniture is on its last legs, you need Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all year long. Shop our impressive selection of in-stock structures or work with our professionals to customize a made-to-order structure that meets all your needs. Visit Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail. That's Penn Dutch Structures on site at the Markets at Shrewsbury.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate, selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs and Patriots playing 2 today, and once again, the big story in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. We spent a lot of our opening segment recapping last night's huge win, but Jonathan Sanchez joining the Revs. He was signed. That made official earlier this morning, and debuts here in Game 1 today. And Michael, it's an exciting signing for the Revs. It's been a while since he's pitched in the United States, minor or major league, but he's been pitching in Puerto Rico, and if you ask baseball fans if they remember him from his heyday with the Giants, most would say yes. He had a no-hitter there, the first in AT&T Park history. Came up big in several postseason starts, part of the 2010 World Series championship team. And he was among major league leaders in swing and miss rate and strikeouts. And 1 year he was among the leaders in fewest hits per 9 innings. Certainly had major success at that level, and excited to see what he'll do with the Revs here today.
It's definitely one of those names where you look at the paper and you say, oh, that's the guy that threw the no-hitter a bunch of years ago for the Giants, and struck out 11 batters in that no-hitter. The only base runner that reached was on an error in the 8th inning of that game, and at the time it was the first Giants no-hitter in 33 years, so pretty impressive stuff there. And it actually came after a brief demotion to the bullpen. It was his first start after coming back from the bullpen, that no-hitter. But not only did he throw a no-hitter, but I mean he had a stretch with the Giants where he was really solid and a big force in that rotation. And to have him here in York just to eat some innings and kind of weather the storm of the injuries that we've had here, and also to just to be a name here, honestly, a name that fans are going to be excited about, a name that players are going to know, and just another guy for the Revs to go out there, especially with the doubleheader today. It's good to have another arm.
Yeah, and like you said, almost a perfect game in that no-hitter. It was an injury to Randy Johnson that put him back into the starter's role that particular night in July of 2009, and wouldn't you know, he went out and no-hit the San Diego Padres. He struck out 11 in a playoff game against Atlanta the following year, and you certainly remember what he did at that level. He'll make his Atlantic League debut today against Rick Teasley for Somerset. Mace is out exchanging lineup cards with Brett Jody and the umpires. We will take a break. We'll hear from Mace. Our first of 2 Broadway Transmission Managers reports today is coming up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, we'll start with last night. What a tremendous win. Michael Burgess, the walk-off home run, and to do it down 1 in the 9th. What was your perspective on Michael's big shot, the team's win, and coming back the way that they did?
Well, the home run was awesome. As soon as he hit it, I mean, it was a no-doubter, so everybody knew that. It looked like a hanging breaking ball, I think, that he got, but, Mesa starts the inning off with a base hit, and then Mikey goes deep, so it was, it was a well-played game. I mean, we gave up 2 runs, they were unearned. They pitched really well too. I mean, it was a fun game, and it was kind of glad. I was kind of glad to see sides not get a loss and get a win. That actually worked out pretty good. But he gave up his first run of the year, so it's bound to happen at some point. But he did a really great job of keeping their guy stranded at third base with 1 out, and gave us a chance to keep it a 1-run game.
Probably easier said than done to maintain that mental edge and not let up that second run, right?
Yeah, because if I remember right, it was like back-to-back hits and nobody outrun her at third base, and Dent made a great play on an infield on a Baltimore chop, where he jumped up and was able to get that one, and then Sides, I think, struck the next guy out, and then a ground ball to short to end the inning, but to keep the runner at third base with nobody out in the infield against a team that's a contact hitting team, 6 inches here or there, the ball's through the infield, or a little higher Baltimore chop, and Dent can't get that ball. So, it was just it's a game of inches, as they say, and last night was definitely a part of that.
Well, until that 9th inning, the only 2 runs were unearned, and it was a tough play on Burgess in the 4th inning. And as a pro athlete, does that stick in the back of your head throughout the night? Does that make the fact that he got the walk-off knock that much more special?
Well, I guess so. It's kind of poetic justice, I think, at some point. It's just, I know he felt bad after that play. Of course he did, but, we still had plenty of time to try to score some runs after that 4th inning, and, we weren't able to do anything until the 9th, but it was poetic justice that he was the one that actually drove in the final 2 runs, for us to win the game. So I was really happy for Michael. He's been swinging the bat better as of late and having some better approaches at the plate. So, and I think that was the first time we walked anybody off all year. So that was a good thing too.
How happy were you with Logan's 6 innings?
You know what, Logan was he was really good. He was letting the ball do its thing. He wasn't trying to overthrow as much as sometimes he does, and he was keeping the ball down. He seemed to have pretty good command of all the pitches. So, when you go 6 innings and you don't give up any earned runs at any time, that's about as good as it gets.
Well, today you've got Jonathan Sanchez to start, and he's been pitching in Puerto Rico. I know a lot of folks know what he did in the big leagues. What have you heard about what he's done lately?
Well, he's been throwing and keeping himself in shape, and, pitching in some games in Puerto Rico. So, his agent and some friends of his down in Puerto Rico have been basically calling me since before the season started about giving him an opportunity. And then with all the things that have happened with our pitching staff to this point during the season, I thought, well, this would be a good chance to get him in here, and see what he can do. We have a day-night doubleheader today, so, this is a good place to stick him in to have a spot start.
One roster move earlier today, a few going inactive and active and whatnot, but Tyler Clark on the DL, you've got Diaz starting today. Is it just a few days at this point for Tyler that you're looking at? Well,
based on what the doctor said, it's a couple more days, and, he had already been down for 5 days, so I just figured we would retroactive the DL and put him on there, because you have to be a minimum of 7 days to be on the DL, so today will be day 6, tomorrow will be day 7, so hopefully he'll be able to be back by, the Sugar Land series, or at least the weekend with Southern Maryland.
And one of the other moves, Severino's active. Perhaps we see him here today. How's he been feeling?
Much better. Since he had that adjustment done a week ago, it'll be a week ago tomorrow. He had a little bit of soreness early in the week last week when we were in Long Island. He stayed back here in York, and he's been doing some throwing. Yesterday he threw off the mound, said he felt really good. So, we're going to get him in there today. He'll be the reliever behind Sanchez at this point in game 1, and then hopefully he'll come out of this in good shape and be able to start for us on Tuesday.
Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Or this morning, whatever it is, as Jonathan Sanchez Goes through his warm-ups. Somerset lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. It'll be Julio Bourbon in center field leading things off. Justin Pacioli in right field hits second. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop, batting third. Craig Massey in the cleanup spot. He'll play second base. Aaron Dudley, first baseman, hits fifth. Adam Weisenberger catches and bats sixth. Kyle Roller in there DHing. He's hitting seventh, batting eighth. The left fielder, Mike Francoso. And Scott Kelly at third base will bat ninth. And that lineup facing 35-year-old Jonathan Sanchez, native of Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, makes his Atlantic League debut here in Game 1 today. And he's done some relieving and starting throughout his career. First start here, so he will go from the stretch, it appears. That's what he did during warm-ups, working with Roger Diaz, who makes his debut behind the plate. And Bourbon is in there. We're set to go. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch today. It is right down the middle for a called strike. We are underway. 12:01 is our start time in Game 1. And the board only says 96 degrees. It's cooling off. Bourbon hitting at 313 is the 0-1. And he swings, pops it up, foul ground down the left field side. Cuevas a look, but that'll find the seats. We do expect more folks to be in attendance in Game 2 tonight. It is a sweltering midday. A 7-inning Game 1. Tickets for this one were 50% off. It's a makeup game from mid-May, a game that was rained out. Tonight's game features fireworks and the whole bit. Revs will shade Bourbon the other way. They're in their alternate whites with the shoulder stripes. Somerset, the navy tops, and the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Sanchez starts him with a K. Picked by Diaz out of the dirt. He applies the tag. And Sanchez starts his time in York with something that he was certainly known for at the big league level.
That's a good way to start it. I like that. Gets a lefty-lefty matchup with Bourbon. Stays down in the zone. A good-looking changeup right there. And that's how you want to start your Revs career.
One down. And Justin Pacioli to the plate. He gets the start. He was a pinch runner in last night's game. And Sanchez set to go. First pitch. It is a fastball in for a strike at 91. Nice free and easy delivery. Pacioli hitting at 239. Sanchez in one game in his Giants career struck out 7 straight hitters, which tied Juan Marischal's team record. Here's a broken bat punch shot foul over by the Revs dugout. Got in on Pacioli's fists there, and he's ahead 0-2. 2009, he averaged 9.75 strikeouts per 9, which was 4th in the NL behind only his rotation mate Tim Lincecum, Giovanni Gallardo, and Javier Vazquez that year. And among the best swinging strike percentage in the majors when he was at that level. Here's the stretch and the 0-2. And a swing and a foul back upstairs. Another one that jammed the hitter. Revs really playing Pacioli way to the opposite field. Witherspoon's pretty much in right center. 0-2 it remains. And Sanchez, again, very smooth with the delivery. Very good mechanics, nice and balanced. He's listed at 6 feet, 200 pounds. He's ready. Another 0-2. And it misses off the plate away. Our plate ump is David Speranza. It is Nate Caldwell at first, Derek Moshe at third base. Sanchez a strikeout to begin, ahead of Pacioli 1-2. Here it is. And a backdoor slider, strike 3 called. He froze him. Back-to-back strikeouts to start his Revs career. Pacioli can only stand there and shake his head, looking back at the plate ump, 2 down.
That's a nice hook right there, backdoored him. And, I mean, for Sanchez, he gets a tight break on that pitch. And that's going to be a really effective pitch. You know, going on the outside quarter against righties. It can also be an effective pitch going inside on lefties. Nonetheless, that's how you want to start the game today.
Now here is Alfredo Rodriguez. First pitch fastball right down the middle for a strike at 90. Rodriguez hitting .306 entering play today. And a 9-game hitting streak snapped a couple of nights ago. He's just outside of the top 10 in the league in hitting. There's the 0-1. And a slider, strike 2 called. Another back door, and it's not a huge break. It's sharp and tight. That's hard, 81.
That is smooth right there. That's a big league slider. At least a guy that has pitched in the big leagues. I mean, he's coming right out and pounding the strike zone.
And now ready. Here's the 0-2. Swing, and he jams him. Ground ball fisted down toward third. Cuevas will get a piece of it foul. Boy, he really got in on Rodriguez there.
And when you get a guy like this, you bring him in, and hasn't pitched for you yet this year, but Sanchez, a big league veteran, a guy who is he's been around the game of baseball for so long. This is his 15th pro season. He knows how to pitch, and he goes in there with a plan, and it looks like he's executing that plan so far.
He does look comfortable here early. It's also the first start for Roger Diaz behind the plate, who he's working with. Another 0-2. And inside, Rodriguez had to jump back, hit near his legs.
And that helps Diaz, too. Look, I mean, this is a guy who hasn't played a ton of professional baseball, came from the Empire League, still young, and gets to catch a 35-year-old former big leaguer through a no-hitter in the major leagues. It's pretty wild. But the veteran pitcher, in this case, helping the younger catcher. Sometimes it's the other way around, with a veteran catcher usually helping the younger pitchers. But here, I'm sure it's much easier on Diaz to catch a guy who's out there with a plan and knows what he's doing.
1-2, and it misses down low. That was the changeup. Sanchez, 3-pitch guy for the most part. Fastball, change, slider. 2010, he led the NL in fewest hits per 9, 6.6. He was 8th in strikeouts that year. Now has his sign from Diaz. He's ready. Here is the 2-2. And it misses down low. He'll go full. He made his major league debut in 2006 in relief. Had a 1-2-3 inning against the Rockies, retiring Todd Helton, Matt Holliday, and Garrett Atkins. It's kind of overshadowed, though. Barry Bonds hit his 715th home run in that game to surpass Babe Ruth. Payoff pitch, and a line drive down the line and left toward the big wall, but just foul. It sails over the ramp. It carried it out of the playing field, but foul, only about halfway up the arch nemesis in terms of height, and just wide of it.
So Barry Bonds connection here in York. It's pretty cool. Got to play with the home run king. Put the steroids aside. I mean, pretty cool to say you played with Bonds.
Sanchez ready, and he'll try it again. Fires, and a swing and a miss. He strikes out the side in the first inning in his Revs debut. Strikes out Rodriguez swinging and goes 1-2-3 with 3 strikeouts in his first inning here in York. What a start for the big league vet. At the end of a half inning today, it's the Patriots nothing and the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where is the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Well, that'll work. Jonathan Sanchez strikes out all 3 in the top of the first inning. Revs come to bat against lefty Rick Teasley. The York lineup today brought to you by Flying Feet. Travis Witherspoon in center, Jared Mitchell in right. Wellington Dotel will hit third. He's playing left. Malky Mesa, the DH, batting cleanup. Michael Burgess Sr., Bam Bam Sr., playing at first base, hitting fifth. The hero last night, Jose Cuevas at third base. He'll bat sixth. The rest in a moment, as Teasley's first is inside on Spoon. Ryan Dent at short, hitting seventh today. Nick King, the second baseman, bats eighth. Roger Diaz will catch and hit ninth. 1-0, and that's down low on Witherspoon. It's hitting at 254, 4 home runs, and 11 knocked in. Teasley's been good. He deals, and that's up and in. Now he misses with his first 3. He comes in today 3-2 with a 3.15 in 9 outings, 8 starts. 3-0. And it's down and away. A 4-pitch walk to Travis Witherspoon to start things off.
It's a great job by Spoon to be patient up there with Teasley on the mound. And Spoon 2 nights in a row, well, a day here, 2 games in a row, leading off, reaching base, and hopefully it doesn't get picked off here.
The 8th pickoff move from Corey Reardon last night got him. Persistence paid off. Here's Jared Mitchell, who really had played about 2 weeks straight. They gave him a night off last night. Comes in at 250, 4 homers, 20 driven in. And he'll work a walk. Left on left, Teasley's first. To Mitchell is a called strike. It is his first strike of the day.
It was interesting to see Mace sit him with the righty on the mound last night and then put him back with the lefty here today. But if you need a day, you need a day. And it doesn't matter who's on the mound. Mitchell wasn't going to be able to go out there last night at 100%, and he needed that day.
Pitch here is a called strike on the outer half, 0-2. Then again, we were told that Trevor Foss would be starting game 1 today, and they switched it, but Mace had intended to play Mitchell both games in this doubleheader regardless. He didn't seem too fazed by the switcheroo we were informed of last night. There's the 0-2, and that's inside. Mitchell jumps back. Jared, we mentioned his walk totals. He is tops in the league, 36 walks, 2 ahead of Blake Galen. So Mitchell with that 250 average, but his on-base mark, 365. The stretch, the 1-2, and a swing and a foul back off to the left. And certainly given his history here in York, you would bet on that average coming up as we get toward the second half as well. 1-2 the count to him. Rick Teasley entering play today is 7th in the league in ERA. About a hit per inning. Solid numbers across the board. And a move to first, Witherspoon back. Comes in 45 2/3 innings, 45 hits, 16 walks, 39 strikeouts. Last year, he was out of his mind in the first half and then was plucked by the Chinese Professional Baseball League, went to Taiwan. Another move to first, Witherspoon back, standing again. He's an Atlantic League All-Star last year. Started the game for the Liberty Division in his home park. Was second in ERA in the first half, 255. Tied for the league lead in wins with 7, and then went overseas. And a snap move. Witherspoon dives back, fairly close. Teasley had made a couple of pedestrian moves trying to set up that surprise snap. Still 1-2 on Mitchell as David Speranza plate ump reminds everyone. Teasley has his signal and comes home. And a swing and a foul against the net, so Mitchell continues to make him work.
He's hanging with Teasley right here, stayed back on that tight breaking ball, kept the hands back. The Revs could be in business quickly if Mitchell can find some grass in the outfield, spoon enough speed to go first to third.
Teasley ready. No score, first inning. And the pitch. It's a little high, good eye. Teasley flips his hands up, asking where was it? And he motions away, saying, was it outside? So he disagrees with Speranza here. And we're just getting started. 2-2. Teasley was 0-2 with an 8.25 ERA through 3 starts. Since then, he's allowed just 5 earned runs in his last 6 starts. Over 27 2/3 innings. Now time asked for as Mitchell backs out. I'm sorry, 33 2/3 innings. Bad math. Over his last 6 starts, an ERA of 1.34. He's won 3 straight decisions. Patriots have won his last 4 starts. He sets. And another move to first, this one an easy one. Last time out, he beat Southern Maryland 3-2. Now, actually the score is wrong on their notes. Whatever. 7 innings, 2 runs, he pitched well. No walks, 7 Ks. And another move to first, Witherspoon back standing again. The Hardy faithful in attendance for this scorcher are starting to get on Teasley for all those moves to first. Teasley started last year in the bullpen, dominated. That's what got him into the rotation. The 2-2, swing and a miss, and he wins that lengthy battle with Jared Mitchell, 1 down.
At the least, Jared made him throw a lot of pitches right there. Spoon's still on first base. That's a good sign. And now you got Wellington Dotel up, a righty-lefty matchup. Dotel's been consistently hitting. He quietly had a 2-hit game last night.
Yeah, his 4th straight 2-hit game. Last couple have been overshadowed by what other guys have done, but 8 for 18 his last 4. 1 on, 1 out, no score, first inning. Teasley, another move. Imagine that. Witherspoon back standing. That's been their MO in the first inning, these first 2 games.
I mean, just stand on the base at this point. like I was saying last night, you can get a big secondary lead.
Dotel overall at 308, 330 with York. Pitch to him. It's called strike, outside corner. Teasley overall last year with Somerset 7-2 with a 2.85 ERA. Not quite dominant to that extent this year, but has been very solid again. The 0-1, and it's a called strike in at the knees. He has been that dominant basically since mid-May after rough first 3 starts. Gets ahead of Dotel here. Now they set up in the 0-2. And a ground ball jammed him. Hit on the ground to short. Rodriguez to second one. The turn not in time. Dotel beats it out. Got in on him there. They get the lead runner. Massey's turn to first was late. It was hit softly. And Dotel determined to beat it from the moment it left his bat. Keep the inning alive for Melky Mesa.
Here's another guy who's red hot. Melky started things off in the bottom of the 9th last night with that single, and he's been so consistent for the Revs. Average up almost at 330. He's hitting 328.
That would be 5th in the league if he had enough ABs. 9-game hitting streak, hitting 421 on that. First pitch is down and away. Last 6 games, he's got 2 homers, 6 driven in, 2-run single in the first last night, and then the one that led off the 9th inning. Last 12 games, hitting 426. 1-0. That's in tight. Look out. In near the jersey. Ball 2. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 96 on the stadium board. Sunny. They tell a short lead. Here's the stretch from Teasley. The 2-0. And a swing and a foul tip. Nicked off the catcher's mitt and bounced to the backstop. 2-1. Michael Burgess, last night's hero, watching from the on-deck circle, enjoying some gum. What a shot that was. Here's the stretch from Teasley. The 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball up and toward the outside. So he comes back to even things up. Scoreless, just underway. Jonathan Sanchez striking out the side in the first inning for York. Now Teasley sets. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball away. Dotel was running, but Teasley with his second strikeout, that'll end the first. Leadoff walk, runner left on. We go to the second inning in Game 1, playing 7 in the opener today. No score.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking! That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelero. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Basics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the Sportswear Specialty Store without specialty prices. Flying Feet Sports Shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
I'm a chef. Pleasing my patrons' palates is paradise. But lately, when I hear a cheer from the dining room, it's Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Sure, it could be my veggie lasagna, but chances are it's customers picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and you can enjoy it as an appetizer or a main course. Hey, everything tastes better with winning. Keno, it's here. Played at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. We had to the second inning, a combined 5 strikeouts in the first inning. 3 from Jonathan Sanchez from all 3 batters that he faced. Craig Massey will lead things off. Left-hand hitting infielder, plays second today. Middle third of the order to face Sanchez. I remember watching the no-hitter in 09. MLB Network picked it up. One of my favorite channels. As Massey digs in, first pitch is a fastball over for a strike. And the outstanding Giants TV crew able to watch it nationwide.
Yeah, well, MLB Network is my favorite channel. It's great stuff. That was their first year, 09. First year of the network.
Sanchez deals. And a swing and a miss. That fastball popping. 91 on that one. One of the things that made it so special, his father, Sigfredo, was in attendance. He had never seen his son start a major league game, and he was there for the no-hitter. Sanchez ready, fires home. And a jam shot, looper at short. Dent will drift to his left. He's got it. One down here in the second inning, and his location early has been excellent. First ball put in play, but they wanted it in to tie him up, and that's right where it was.
It gets in on the hands right there. All you can really do is pop that up, unless you break your bat and hit a weak grounder to the other side right there. But again, just executing a plan early on, Sanchez has been excellent.
Here's Aaron Dudley. First pitch is swung on, hit high in the air and right. Mitchell a couple steps back, and he will dance over to his right, wait, and make the nonchalant one-hand grab. He had some fun with that one. It's a one pitch out for out number 2.
And then you come back and get a one pitch out after really executing a pitch on the previous one. Right now at day game, the wind is blowing a little bit out to right, but that's just a lazy fly ball, and Mitchell's able to camp under it. And now a chance to go 6 up, 6 down to start this one. Thought we were going to see 21 up, 21 down with all strikeouts, but the 21 up, 21 down is still alive.
Here's Adam Weisenberger, who takes a strike. Weisenberger hitting at 210. He'll start the day game catching today. The no-hitter, Aaron Rowan, made a spectacular grab in the 9th inning. Again, only one base runner. It was an error in the 8th. Here's a swing at a high fly, shallow left. Dotel will trot in, and he will wait, and he will squeeze. 1, 2, 3, second inning for Jonathan Sanchez. A pop-up and 2 towering flyouts. And we go to the bottom of the second inning here in Game 1. Revs and Patriots scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
That top of the second inning was 6 pitches for Sanchez. He has thrown 22 pitches, 18 strikes. No score. We go to the bottom of the second inning. This Revs team, they get Severino back today as well. Sanchez added. This is not bad. A game over 500, a team that basically lost its entire opening rotation for one reason or another. Here's Burgess, who looks at a ball outside from Teasley.
It's been a successful first half based on a lot of factors, and now things turning around with the roster.
It's a called strike, 1-1.
I mean, Sanchez has given this team a huge boost just through 2 innings, and to get Severino back, be able to get him in there today is going to be big too.
Swinging a foul back toward the roof. Burgess hitting at 387 his last 8. Last night, the walk-off home run. The Revs first since Talbot Nash, Game 1 of the playoffs last year. First in the regular season, which is really where all the records are kept separately, since May of 2016. Pitch is off the plate away. That was done by all-time home run leader Andres Perez against New Britain. Burgess a home run away from the top 10 in Revs history. Fouls this one back off the net. And that was his 34th last night. First in walk-off fashion. First walk-off hit and RBI of any sort in his Revs career for all the big hits that he's gotten. Now has 9 home runs this season, 4th in the league. 2-2 again, and it misses up and away. He works it full. Cuevas and Dent to follow him here this inning. No score, second inning. Here's the 3-2. And a swing and a miss. High fastball from Teasley, and his first 4 outs have come on strikeouts.
The velocity's not crazy high, around 90 miles an hour so far through an inning and a third, but the location's what's working for Rick, and the fact that he's able to elevate a fastball right there to Mike, and they're just a little bit late on it. And even in the first inning was locating really well, mixing pitches.
Now Jose Cuevas. And Teasley with the pitch. It is over for a strike, starts him with a change.
And the fact that he's able to, pitch backwards per se here, go with the changeup first, and now he can really go anywhere.
0-1, and a swing and a miss. Back to the fastball, elevated. Neither team with a hit just yet.
May not be many today.
Revs had a leadoff walk in the first, nothing else. The 0-2. And a swing and a bloop, shallow left center. What did we just say? There's the first hit. It's a bloop from Cuevas on 0-2. Got jammed, but muscles it in. Ask and you shall receive.
Well, there still may not be many hits today, but Jose delivering right there. He's exactly the guy that needed that hit. A bloop hit after a line drive that was caught last night right at a guy. The robbed extra base hit, potentially an RBI double out in left field on that fly ball. He's a guy that's just hasn't found the grass in the outfield. It's usually been at a guy or he's been robbed, but that's got to feel good for Jose getting on here.
They try to tell you that those even out. Don't tell Cuevas that. They have not.
No.
But he gets one here. Here's Dent. He lays off a ball up high.
Over the course of a season they usually do, but for Cuevas it's not at that point yet. Sometimes they don't. You're definitely right with that.
1 on, 1 out here for Dent. Here's the 1-0, and he swings, fouls it back upstairs. That'll come down into the Dietz and Blewett Insurance diamond deck in front of us. It's there if you want it, Michael.
I might have to go grab that later on. Get a nice souvenir. We don't really get any souvenirs here in the booth.
That's okay.
No, it's a good thing.
It's in that area.
I guess it went down in front instead. Here's the 1-1, way outside. Dent hitting at 242, 7 homers, 24 driven in. He had 5 driven in that big win at Long Island on what night was it? Thursday night. What's today? It's the 2-1. And he lines it the other way. Base hit right field. Dent with a hard shot. Cuevas going to try it. Throw from Pacioli. Cut in the middle of the diamond. He goes first to third. Ryan Dent with a hard single the other way. And it's first and third with 1 out.
Good sign from Ryan there going oppo. Able to not only get Cuevas to second, but he gets him to third. And now the Revs with first and third here. Chance to break the scoreboard here and get on the board first for the second straight game. To answer your question about what day is it, well, it is Saturday, but based on the schedule we're on, it's just game day. That's what it is.
That's right.
I really want to find a calendar somewhere that just says game day, game day, game day for everything. A baseball-themed calendar. Maybe one that you can pencil in off day, not weekend or weekday, but just off day.
That's why we do it.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Here's Nick King. First and third, 1 out. First pitch is lined to left center field. That's in the gap for King. Going all the way back to the wall. Cuevas scores. Dent being sent. And there's no relay. It's dropped. Nick King jumps on the first pitch. A 2-run double to left center. And he's got his first home hit. An RBI, his second total with the Revs. This one a double. and they lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Ambushed him right there, got a pitch he could drive, and didn't waste any time taking a pitch there and working the count. He jumped on a pitch with runners in scoring position. That's huge for Nick, a guy who hasn't seen a ton of time since signing, but here and there has had some time in the field spelling guys at certain positions. That's big time for the Revs to get on the board early.
And now Roger Diaz, who's making his first start today. Here's his first at bat. First pitch, it runs inside. Diaz, who's just 5'9", 200 pounds. Not the biggest strike zone. He is 27 years old, originally from Venezuela, now lives in Columbia, South Carolina, went to Grambling State School in the U.S. Pitch is taken the other way. Base hit Diaz in his first at bat. King around third, and Pacioli just tosses into the infield. King scores, and it's 3-0. Roger Diaz, an RBI single the other way in his first Revolution at bat, and they've got the baseball for him. It is a 3-0 Revs lead.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't make a whole lot of sense what happens. The Revs' first 5 batters really didn't do much at all. 3 strikeouts for Teasley, and then starts leaving a couple pitches up in the zone, just hittable pitches. The Revs are taking advantage early in counts. I mean, like I said, it doesn't always have to make sense, but the Revs are getting it done.
What a job from the young guys at the bottom of the order. Here's Witherspoon. He fouls the first one off the facing of the roof, and it bounces down to Alexi, who's been busy coaching at first base with the runners, but he handled that commemorative baseball for Diaz. Here's the 0-1, and a swing and a miss, a high fastball. Nobody faked throwing it into the stands that I saw. That's usually the trick. Dotel had it safely stashed away in the dugout for him. Now, what a rally here in the second inning. 3-0. Here's the 0-2, and a swing and a bloop the other way. Right field, falling, it's fair, down the line. That'll go into the Revs bullpen toward the corner. And Diaz into third, he'll be held there. Witherspoon's got a double. 5 straight hits, tying a Revs season best for consecutive hits for the 3rd time in the last 3 days. It's second and third for Jared Mitchell.
I mean, this is pretty incredible right now what the Revs have been able to put together. Mostly hard hit balls, but Spoon just able to go inside out with the swing there. That's something he does so well. Even when he gets jammed, he gets enough of the bat around to be able to flick it to right. It's now the 4th time on the season the Revs have had 5 straight hits. You mentioned the 3rd time in the last 3 games.
And here's Mitchell now. Infield will come a little further than halfway in. 3-0 the lead. Teasley the pitch, and a swing and a foul tip down against Mitchell's feet. David Speranza calls it foul right away. Mitchell will strike out his first time. He'll look for one to hit past the drawn in infield, or at least elevate to bring home Diaz from third. Nick King, a 2-run double, his first home hit and RBIs. And his 2nd and 3rd RBIs with York, 2nd hit total. And Roger Diaz, an RBI single on his first swing. Pitch to Mitchell, cuts outside, it's a ball and a strike. First at bat, first swing for Diaz, and he came through as well. Teasley now at 41 pitches here with 1 out in the 2nd inning on this scorcher of a day. And he has his sign, the stretch, the 1-1, and a swing and a high fly, left center field. Not all that deep, but Diaz will tag. Francoso is under it waiting. Catch is made. He's going to throw it. Diaz going to try it. It skips, and they got the tag. Weisenberger, an excellent job handling a short hop throw a few steps up the third base line. Had to have it cleanly to have a chance. He picked it and put a 2-hand tag on Diaz midsection just before he crossed. A double play to end the inning, but the Revs with 3 in the 2nd inning on 5 hits. 1 man left. We go to the 3rd. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs with a 3-0 lead.
This is Doug Sprinkle, sales manager at York Mitsubishi, and I'm here to introduce the biggest nothing you've ever heard of. It's time for Nada Zip Zilch. That's what you pay in finance charges over 72 months with some of our most popular Mitsubishis, like the amazing all-new Eclipse Cross, the 7-passenger Outlander, and the ever-popular Outlander Sport. And to top that off, have a worry-free summer in your new Mitsubishi with no payments for 90 days. Gas prices got you down? Check out the high-tech, best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent for the 40-plus mile per gallon Mirage. It's like a go-kart on steroids for only $11,990. Big savings, top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. That means you too. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishi's always cost less. Come check us out at YorkMitsubishi.com.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Good start to the early afternoon for the Revs. They lead the Patriots 3-0, top of inning number 3. Michael Marcantonini alongside Darrell Henry. 5 straight hits in the bottom of the second for the Revs. It went a Cuevas single, a Dent single, a Nick King 2 RBI double, and a Diaz RBI single to right, and then Travis Witherspoon, the 5th straight hit, a double to right field. The Revs got 3 in the inning off Rick Teasley. Now Jonathan Sanchez back to work in the third. He starts the inning off with a strike. The left-handed hitting DH Kyle Roller. It's 7-8-9, Roller, Francoso, and Kelly for the Patriots. Sanchez has gone 6 up, 6 down. He struck out the side in the first. There's the 0-1 to Roller. Chop foul over toward the Revs bullpen into the stands. It's 0-2. Sanchez continues to get ahead of Patriots hitters. He's only thrown 22 pitches through 2 innings. He needed just 6 to get through the second. He's got Roller in an 0-2 hole. Roller did not play in last night's ball game, getting the start at DH today. They'll shift a little bit for him, the lefty pull hitter. The 0-2 pitch on the outside corner, a little bit off. It's 1-2. Roller, a big thumper in this Patriots lineup. Mentioned the shift, an abbreviated lefty shift. Nick King over at second base, just on the edge of the right field grass. Dent straight away up the middle. The 2-strike pitch, swing and a miss, change up low away in the zone, and another punch out for Jonathan Sanchez, his 4th of the game. He's gone 7 up, 7 down here through 2 1/3.
Now he's done everything that he's wanted to do here early. The command of everything has been great, and that's really impressive. I mean, Mace has been getting reports that he's been throwing in Puerto Rico, but for a first start to be this sharp is a heck of a debut so far.
1 out, no one on, top of the 3rd inning. Revs lead it 3-0. Game 1 of a doubleheader, game 2 of this 4-game series. Here's Mike Francoso, the left fielder. First pitch to him is a little bit high and tight, 1-0. 90 miles an hour on the gun from Sanchez. Hasn't pitched in affiliated baseball since 2014. He was with AAA Iowa in the Cubs system that year. He's been pitching in Puerto Rico, like Darrell said. Here's the 1-0 pitch, high and tight once again. It causes Francoso to fall back out of the way of that one up near his head area. It's 2-0. Somerset yet to get anybody on base today. When strikeout swinging in the first inning for Sanchez. Then he got a pop out and 2 flyouts in the second. A strikeout swinging of Roller to start the 3rd. The 2-0 coming up. Here it is from Sanchez. That one's on the inside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. Sanchez can't remember a hitter he's fallen behind yet in this one, but he was behind Francoso 2-0. Mike was 2 for 4 with a triple, a single, and an RBI last night. Drove in the go-ahead run in the top of the 9th with a triple down the left field line. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball out to right field. Mitchell a few steps back. Shy of the track, he makes the grab on the sinking liner. And that's out number 2. 8 up, 8 down for Sanchez. That brings up the 9-man Scott Kelly. Kelly back at third base today. He's getting some extended playing time over at the hot corner with Alex Castellanos on the disabled list. Patriots really haven't had any injury issues this year. Castellanos, their only player on the DL currently. Not so much the case for the Revs. They have 4 guys on the DL. 2 done with season-ending injuries. Jay Goss the latest after Frank DiGiulio and season-ending elbow surgery early in the year. First pitch to the right-handed hitting Kelly's a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Revs lead at 3-0 over Somerset in the top of the third. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Revs. They all came in the bottom of the second. Sanchez back on the mound. Here's the 0-1 to Kelly. Fastball misses a little bit low and inside for a ball, 1-1. The record this season for a Revs starting pitcher and for consecutive hitters retired is 11. Revs starting pitchers have done that 3 times. Sanchez working on it. Gets a breaking ball over on the outside corner. It's 1-2. If he gets Kelly here, that would be 9 in a row and a chance to tie and break the season record for consecutive hitters retired in the 4th. Sanchez working quickly on the mound, takes the sign from Diaz. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, slider low in the zone, another strikeout for Jonathan Sanchez. 9 up, 9 down through the first 3 frames. He has 5 strikeouts. And we go to the bottom of the third with the Revs still up 3-0. Stick with us here on WOYK.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Feelings of stress, sadness, or anxiousness can be signs of depression or other mental health issues that should be addressed. If life seems too difficult to manage, Presley Ridge can help. Call Presley Ridge today, and our team of compassionate mental health professionals will help you enjoy your life again. Presley Ridge offers mental health services for all ages in York and Harrisburg. Make an appointment today. Call 717-845-6624 or visit presleyridge.org/outpatient.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the third inning, Wellington Dotel grounds the first pitch he sees out to short, and quickly thrown over to first is Rodriguez, the shortstop. 6-3 on the putout. On 1 pitch, Dotel's retired in the bottom of the third. 1 up, 1 down for Teasley, who gave up 3 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the second. Now here's Melky Mesa, who struck out swinging his first time up. So Dotel only sees 1 pitch. The Revs have been very aggressive over the last 2 innings. A lot of guys jumping on either the first pitch or a pitch early in the count in that second inning. Nick King, who brought home the first 2 runs of the game, jumped on the first pitch he saw. The first pitch to Mesa, fastball misses in. It's 1-0. 3-0 lead for the Revs, bottom 3. Game 1 of a doubleheader. 2 7-inning games today here at Peoples Bank Park. Beautiful day for a couple games. Hot though. 1-0 to Melky, in for a strike. It's 1-1. Here we go. Not much of a breeze. The flag out in right center is drifting ever so slightly. Not really a wind per se. The 1-1, Melky swings through it, a changeup there. It's 1-2. So Teasley's come back after the 3 spot he gave up in the second. He got Dotel on 1 pitch, a chance to get Mesa here, who looks a little bit off balance. On the 1-2 pitch, fastball high and away, gets Mesa there. Another punch out for Teasley. Give him 4 in the game. Mesa's now gone down on strikes twice. He's 0 for 2. Now with 2 outs, here's last night's walk-off hero, Michael Burgess. Second pitch he saw in the 9th inning from Ryan Kelly, deposited it over the wall in right field and gave the Revs their first walk-off win of the season. It was Burgess's first walk-off homer as a Rev. It was his 9th homer this year. He swings at the first pitch and misses a fastball. Good velocity there from Teasley. It's 0-1. Teasley looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. Burgess, like Mesa, struck out his first time up. In the 0-1, fastball outside corner. And Teasley looking like he did in the first. Even early on in the second. Not sure what happened later in that second inning, but he got out of his sink. The 0-2 to Big Mike. Off the end of the bat, out to center field. Coming on as Bourbon. He makes the grab on the liner that hung up just too long. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Rick Teasley. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one reached base for the Revs. After 3 full, it's York 3, Somerset 0.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Another inning of work for Jonathan Sanchez on deck here. He has not allowed a base runner through 3 innings. He's gone 9 up, 9 down against this Patriots lineup. He has 5 strikeouts, including striking out the side in the first. His other 2 punch-outs came in the 3rd inning. He'll face the top of the Patriots order here in the 4th inning. It's 3-0 Revs as Julio Bourbon, Justin Pacioli, and Alfredo Rodriguez are due up against the southpaw Sanchez, making his season debut here today. 35 years old, his 15th pro season, first go-around in the Atlantic League. He starts Bourbon off with a slider. He swings and misses at it low and away, and it's quickly 0-1. Sanchez has thrown just 34 pitches through 3 innings, 26 of them for strikes. He's made it really easy on his defense, especially his catcher Roger Diaz behind home plate. 0-1 the count on Bourbon, 3 for 5 last night with 3 singles. In on the hands, fastball chop foul past the Revs dugout. It's 0-2. Bourbon stole 2 bases last night as well. He was also caught once. Luis Cruz threw a dart down to 3rd base to get him late in the game. Cruz getting the day off here today. I'm sure he'll play the nightcap. 0-2 the count on Bourbon. Lefty-lefty matchup for Sanchez. Defense playing Bourbon straight away, infield and outfield. Sanchez ready, the leg kick, the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just off the plate. Diaz a good hold there, but no strike 3 call from David Speranza. A good looking pitch that Bourbon laid off. Tough to do that with 2 strikes. 3-0 Revs lead, top of the 4th. Sanchez looking to retire his 10th straight batter. And the 1-2 pitch from Jonathan. Slider sent out to first base. Burgess picks it up on the ground. Throwing over to first and covering is Sanchez, but it's not in time. An infield single for Julio Bourbon, who smelled a base hit from the start. Just a slow grounder out to Burgess. He was too far away from first to go himself. Sanchez a little bit late covering. But with Bourbon's speed, they still might not have gotten him anyway. Even if Sanchez was over there in a flash. I mean, Bourbon got down that line pretty quickly. So it's an infield single. It breaks up a streak of 9 straight retired by Sanchez to start his Revs career. So 4th different Revs starting pitcher this season to retire at least 9 batters in a row throughout a game. Now the first pitch to Pacioli pops up a bunt attempt, and it goes out of play behind home plate into the seats. It's 0-1. Patriots will bunt, they will run, they will hit and run. Team that plays a lot of small ball. And when the roster's built the way it is, to play small ball specifically, they will rely on it. Not a lot of power hitters in this lineup, but they have guys that hit for high averages, that get on base, that don't strike out a lot. 0-1 the count on the right-handed hitting Pacioli. Did not start last night, came in as a pinch runner in the 9th inning. A move over to first from Sanchez. Hasn't had to do that at all today. Hasn't needed to pitch out of the stretch either. So there hasn't been anyone on base, but Bourbon after the infield single leads off first. Pacioli at the dish. Count still 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Flip foul out of play down the right field line. Quickly 0-2 on Pacioli. Well, he pinch ran in the top of the 9th inning last night for Aaron Dudley, who singled to start off the 9th. Pacioli then scored when the next batter, Mike Francoso, tripled down the left field line. That was the go-ahead run for Somerset to make it a 3-2 game. The Revs erased that in a hurry as Burgess hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th. 0-2 the count on Pacioli, man on first, no outs. Sanchez to the plate, slider, a check swing from Pacioli, but the home plate umpire, David Speranza, says he went around. Strikeout number 6 for Jonathan Sanchez. He's now gotten Pacioli on strikes twice, and he continues to carve up this Somerset lineup.
He's been dominant. It was a tough way to give up his first base runner. Kind of a perfect recipe, though, with Bourbon's speed on that in-between grounder and a little bit of a late break getting over, but good bounce back for the first out there.
Here's the shortstop, Rodriguez. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging to end the first. First pitch he sees is a ball that misses a little bit off the plate, 1-0. Bourbon's still over at first after the infield single. Sanchez working with a 3-0 lead on the mound. We're in the top of the 4th inning of a 7-inning game. Game 1 of a doubleheader here today, a day-night doubleheader. Nightcap set to begin at 6:30. Fireworks after. And the finale of this 4-game series tomorrow, an early afternoon game for the Revs have an off day Monday. And the pitch to Rodriguez, it hits him in the ankle area. Fastball that got away from Sanchez. And it'll be first and second for the Patriots with just 1 down in the inning. So the Patriots threatening down 3. Sanchez has now allowed 2 base runners here in the inning after not allowing any through the first 3 innings. But the Pats have yet to hit a ball out of the infield. Now Paul Fletcher, the Revs pitching coach, slow walk to the mound to chat with Sanchez, who I guess you can call it trouble, is in trouble for the first time today. They'll face Craig Massey, the second baseman, when this conversation on the hill ends. Dominic Severino is loosening up in the Revs bullpen. Now, you may wonder why Severino's getting loose now with the role that Sanchez is on. But for one, it's Sanchez's first start with the team, even though he has been throwing in Puerto Rico. It's his first start here. Second of all, Severino hasn't pitched in a while, and he is a starting pitcher. Probably needs a little bit more time to get loose than your average reliever would, even though he is going to pitch in relief today. Massey's 0 for 1 today, popped out to short his first time up. He'll hit with men on first and second and 1 down. First pitch from Sanchez, slow breaking ball inside half of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Revs. No runs on 1 hit, no errors for Somerset. They are threatening here in the top of the 4th. They have 2 men on here in the inning. Bourbon at second. Rodriguez over at first. A look at second from Sanchez. Now to the plate, the 0-1 pitch. Slider chopped out to second. King charges. Throws to second for 1. Dent fakes the throw to first. No chance to get a double play. They do get the middle runner, however. 4-6 on the fielder's choice. Massey safe at first, and going to third is Bourbon. The runners at the corners situation with 2 outs for Aaron Dudley now. Sanchez made a pitch there on Massey. A chance to get out of the inning unscathed here. Revs will play the defense back with 2 outs. Left-handed hitting Dudley at the dish. 1 for 4 with a single last night. Sanchez looks at first. Now comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. One misses a little bit low. Not sure where that missed, but according to David Speranza, it's a ball. 1-0 the count with 2 down. Runners at the corners for Dudley. 3-0 lead for the Revs, top 4. Sanchez a peek at first, leg kick, and the pitch. The 1-0. Fastball, lower half of the zone for strike 1. It's 1-1. And Dudley bringing back that blue bat that he used last night. Navy royalish blue combination on the barrel. Black handle. Something you don't see a lot of with baseball bats. Here's the 1-1 from Sanchez. Slider chopped out to short. Dent backhands it. Long throw across the diamond to first. Burgess stretches in time, and the inning is over. So the Patriots get first and second with 1 out, but Sanchez works around it, gets a fielder's choice, and then a ground out to end the inning. After 3.5, the Revs still lead 3-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th and see what the Revs can do at the plate.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with the friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Revs lead the Patriots 3-0. 3 runs on 5 hits for York, no runs on just 1 hit for the Patriots. Jose Cuevas gets set to lead off the bottom of the 4th against Rick Teasley, starting pitcher for the Patriots, who allowed all 3 of the runs for the Revs in the 2nd inning. Part of a 5 straight hit streak for the Revs that played at all 3. Cuevas started that with a single in that inning. Now he swings at the first pitch, shoots it out to short. Rodriguez waits back, throws to first. And on 1 pitch for the 2nd straight inning, Teasley's retired the leadoff man. Cuevas now 1 for 2. I was just mentioning how Cuevas started that 5 straight hit rally in the 2nd inning. He did that with a 1-out single. Dent continued that with a single to right field, and he's up now. He was 0 for 3 last night, but singled and scored a run so far here today. 1 out, no one on for Dent. Nick King will hit after him. He's up there. Dent back at short again today. First pitch he sees the fastball a bit low. It's 1-0. Revs got a huge win last night, 4-3 on the Burgess walk-off that put them one game over 500. 1-0. Change-up, swing and a miss from Dent there low in the zone, 1-1. The Revs have not been more than 4 games over 500 this season, but they also have not been more than 1 game under. They've been consistently around 500. 1-1, slider across the plate for a strike. It's 1-2. Patriots, meanwhile, they've essentially been in first place all season. They've had at least a share of first place every game this year. Dent takes the 1-2 inside. Fastball almost clipped his jersey. It's 2-2. Somerset comes in at 31-25. The Revs just 2 wins behind Somerset. 2-2. Dent laces one into left field, a base hit over the head of Kelly over at third base, ranging over towards the left field corner. Francoso to pick it up. It's a 1-out single for Dent. He's 2 for 2. Hard hit ball from Ryan there with 2 strikes on him, shortened up. First Rev with a multi-hit game here today. And here's Nick King, the guy who started things, at least started the scoring for the Revs in the second. He laced the first pitch he saw into the left center gap, scoring 2 to make it 2-0 Revs. Now he takes the first pitch here. It's a strike on the outer half. Fastball right there. It's 0-1. Man on first is Dent, 1 out in the inning. The Patriots will pinch for 2 up the middle. Rodriguez and Massey. At third, Kelly is in front of the bag and just a step behind the cutoff. King sends the 0-1 foul out of play down the right field line. It's 0-2. The first baseman, Dudley, is holding on Dent. So there's a relatively big hole between first and second. Now, with 2 strikes, Kelly backs up behind third base, playing off the line at third. The 0-2 to King, swing and a miss, fastball got him. Low in the zone, 89 on the gun. King goes down on strike. Strikeout number 5 for Teasley in this one. He's now struck out at least 1 batter in all 4 innings on the mound.
I was thinking that, sorry, Bob,
no, what were you going to say, Darryl?
Rally in the second inning was so big to get to Teasley when you can, because then he can get on a roll like this.
Sure. So here's the 9-hitter, Roger Diaz. RBI single his first time up. First pitch to him is a fastball, top half of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Diaz now leads the Revs in hitting, 1 for 1, 1,000 batting average. Not enough ABs to qualify, though, for the team lead. A slider on the outer half, it's 0-2. But nonetheless, a great start to his Revs career. He got the baseball after his single to right field that plated Nick King from second base. Roger behind the dish today. The 0-2, fastball sent into center field, and this one will get down. How about Roger Diaz, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles in his Revs debut. And the batting average stays at 1,000, Darryl.
All he does is hit. Like Larry Anderson once said, does that mean he's batting 2,000?
I mean, we can't confirm that he's not.
Math is above my grade.
No, I mean, math isn't fun anyway, so we let the computers handle that. We just print the stats.
That's right.
Here's Travis Witherspoon with 2 on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Revs lead at 3-0, looking to extend the lead. Dent at second, Diaz at first. Pitch to Spoon, breaking ball misses inside. It's 1-0. Teasley's dealt with some trouble today. A lot of trouble in the second. The Revs got all 3 of their runs in the inning. He eventually got out of that with a fly out, throw him out double play at home plate, 7-2. Here, though, he has 2 on with 2 outs. 1-0 to Spoon, breaking ball. Maybe a changeup there, missed low and away. It's 2-0. Spoon 1 for 1 with a walk and a double today. The double, he shot off the hands, a blooper into right his last time up. It got into the right field corner a bit. 2-0 pitch coming to Travis. Here it is. Fastball right there for a strike. It's 2-1. Teasley comes back with the hard stuff after going soft to Spoon the first 2 pitches. Couple insurance runs out on base for the Revs. Then a decent lead off first. Diaz not being held on at first. He has a big lead. And the pitch. Spoon chops one out to short. Dent avoids it. Rodriguez has it. Throws over to first. He got him. and the inning is over. 6-3 on the putout. So the Revs get 2 on, but they leave 2. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. After 4's full, it's 3-0 Revs. We'll go to the top of the 5th next.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
3-0 Revs lead, top of the 5th inning. Dominic Severino out of the bullpen to take over for Jonathan Sanchez, who was excellent in his season debut. Allowed just 1 hit and struck out 6 through 4 innings. Did not allow a run and did not walk a batter, hit 1, and only needed 48 pitches to get through 4, 36 of them for strikes. Now Dom Severino takes over. Can't get the win, Sanchez, but because he only went 4, but nonetheless an excellent start in his Revs debut. That's definitely going to be promising going forward, Darryl, to have another guy that can pitch in the rotation and also, you know, he can get consistent outs, goes out there, gets ahead of guys.
Well, it was eye-opening, and he mowed him down. And at the same time, it's outstanding to get Severino back today and feeling good. And we alluded to it earlier. The Revs are 1 game over 500. Basically had to turn over 4/5 of their rotation for one reason or another. And yet here they are, and maybe getting stronger in the rotation.
Dominic Severino starts the inning off with a ball low and away. It's 1-0 on Adam Weissenberger, the catcher. Did not play in last night's ball game. He's 0 for 1 today with a fly out to left. Second pitch, swung on and missed. Good slider from Dom, diving away. It's 1-1. 3-0 lead for the Revs, top 5 of this 7-inning game. It's Weissenberger, Roller, Francoso, 6, 7, 8 for Somerset. He managed just 1 hit against Jonathan Sanchez through 4 innings. A hard hit chopper down the third base line, foul into the Patriots bullpen. It's 1-2. Severino getting ahead of Weissenberger, and it's great to see Dom back out on the mound in any capacity, whether it's out of the bullpen like it is here or starting. He did not go on the DL, but was hurt for a little while. 1-2 pitch, changeup misses low. It's 2-2. A little bit of a rib issue for Dom. He got some sort of manipulation done to fix that thing up, and I don't really know too much about that, but at least it worked. He misses inside there. It's 3-2. You familiar with any rib manipulation techniques, Darryl?
I'm not, and I got to be honest, that's one that I didn't really want to ask further about.
Right. It doesn't sound fun. I mean, at least no surgery was needed. 3-2's chopped out to short. Dent has it going to his left. Tough getting it out of his glove, but he gets it over to Burgess in time. 1 up, 1 down for Severino here in the 5th as Weissenberger trots back to the dugout. 6-3 on the putout, and that brings up Kyle Roller with none on, and 1 out.
It's a relief to have him back. The talk a week ago was, let's see how he feels after this manipulation. We hope it goes well and it'll come back, but they just didn't know, and fortunately came out of it really well.
Sev's first pitch to Roller is a fastball over for a strike, and Dom looks great through his second batter of the game. Comes in with a 3-3 record in 10 games, all starts, a 4.71 ERA, but At one point this season, Dom was in the top 10 in ERA for quite some time, actually. Good 4 or 5 starts, he was in that top 10. Then he hit a little bit of a rough patch. The 0-1 to roller, flipped foul behind home plate into the netting. It's 0-2. 49 2/3 innings of work for Severino this season. That's second on this Revs pitching staff behind just Mitch Atkins, who's gone 58 innings. 0-2 slapped out to second. Down to Aeneas King to field it. Throws to Burgess. 2 up, 2 down, both on ground balls for Severino in the inning. 4-3 on the putout. And now here's Mike Francoso, who's 0 for 1. A little bit more on Dom. He struck out 29 batters with only 10 walks coming in. Opponents hitting .287 against him, a number that he'd like to be a little bit lower. But, you know, there's been times this year where Severino's been nearly unhittable. First pitch to Francoso, in for a strike, and Dom gets ahead of the second straight hitter. Patriots still with just 1 hit in this game. Severino misses low with that breaking ball. It's 1-1. Jonathan Sanchez, the story so far today. 4 shutout innings in his team debut. Allowed just 1 infield hit. That was it. 1-1 pitch from Dom. Changeup misses low and away. It's 2-1. Francoso in the top 10 of the league in hitting, but in the 8-hole for this Somerset team. Severino misses inside. It's 3-1. Mike continued his hot hitting ways last night with 2 knocks. Single and a triple. 3-1 from Dom. That misses low and away. So a 5-pitch walk to Francoso. First walk issued on the day by Revs pitchers. And Francoso's a 2-out base runner for the 9-hitter Scott Kelly. Kelly has not fared so well at the plate this year. The batting average is under 200. He was 0 for 4 last night. Dom will need to get him to end this inning. Severino this year, righties hitting .278 against him. Meanwhile, lefties hitting .299. First pitch chopper out in front of the plate. Diaz has it. Throws to Burgess at first. A strike over to the bag. And the inning is over. So on 1 pitch after the 2-out walk, Severino gets Kelly to chop one in front of the plate. Diaz a good play. And we're through 4.5 with the Revs still up 3-0. Patriots have just 1 hit. Revs, meanwhile, have 7. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th next. See if they can add to that total. 3-0 Revs.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Jared Mitchell leads things off for the Revs in the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 lead for the Revs over the Somerset Patriots. Rick Teasley back to work. First pitch to Mitchell's a ball off the plate, a little bit off outside, and it's 1-0. 3-0 Revs lead. They have 7 of the 8 hits in the game. Just 1 hit for Somerset through 5 innings. And Mitchell swings and laces one foul out of play. It's 1-1. Well, not only did the Revs get a big boost from Jonathan Sanchez in his team debut here today, 4 shutout innings. Dom Severino is off the inactive list and pitched a scoreless 5th, did not allow a hit. Pitch to Mitchell's a slider that misses away. It's 2-1. For Severino, it's his first appearance since June 17th when he went 5 innings, giving up just 1 run at Southern Maryland. Took a no decision there. Left that game with the lead, but eventually Revs blew the lead. Good to see Dom back out on the mound as Mitchell chops one foul over towards first. The count goes even at 2. So it was Jonathan Sanchez, 4 shutout innings to start, gave up just an infield hit and hit 1 batter, that was it. Dom Severino walked to a batter with 2 outs in the 5th, but then got a chopper in front of the plate off the bat of Scott Kelly to end the inning. There's 3 base runners in the game for Somerset. The Revs have had plenty more. They lead at 3-0. The 2-2 coming to Mitchell. Slider, he stays on it, lifts it in the air to shallow left field. Coming on is Francoso, and he calls everybody off, makes the grab. 1 out here in the 5th. So Teasley has settled in nicely after allowing 3 runs and 5 hits in the 2nd inning. He's allowed just 2 hits since the 2nd, and got a 1-2-3 third mixed in there. Mitchell now 0 for 3 with the fly out. He's scuffling a bit, was 0 for 5 2 nights ago in Long Island, did not play last night. Now here's Wellington Dotel riding a streak of 4 straight 2-hit games. He shows bunt, pulling back and taking a pitch low. It's 1-0. That forced Kelly at third to charge in with the bunt attempt, and he'll play in front of the third base bag now. Everybody else in the infield back deep. Dotel offers bunt again, but he pulls back, once again taking low. 2-0 the count as Kelly continues to monitor the potential bunt situation over at third. Now he moves back. 2-0 Wellington shoots one right at the first baseman Dudley. A hot shot in his head area, but Dudley got the glove up. That's a tough out number 2 for Dotel. Hit it as hard as you can. But he lines out, and it's 2 up, 2 down for Teasley. Here's the Milkman, Melky Mesa, 0 for 2 with a couple punch-outs, both swinging. Teasley's had his number today. 3-0 Revs lead bottom 5. A 7-inning game here today. The nightcap will also be 7 innings. First pitch to Melky. Fastball laced foul into the seats down the left field line. It's 0-1. 2 outs in the inning, no one on. Mitchell fly out, then a Dotel line out is where we are. Revs got their 3 runs all in the 2nd inning. Nick King a 2 RBI double to left center. He then scored on Roger Diaz's RBI single to right. Mesa takes low and in. It's 1-1. Mesa was 2 for 4 with a pair of singles and 2 RBI last night. Drove in the first 2 runs of the game in the bottom of the first with a single up the middle. 1-1 to Melky. It hits his jersey. Maybe a little bit more, but whatever it hit, it wasn't anything serious, as Melky doesn't look like he even felt it. He'll jog down to first. So he reaches base safely. Melky's 9-game hitting streak is on the line here in this one. We'll see if he gets another AB, but for now it's in danger of being snapped. His on-base streak continues, though.
Stinks to lose it in the 7-inning game if he doesn't get another chance.
3-0 Revs lead bottom 5. Here's Michael Burgess. First pitch to him is a breaking ball that misses low and away. It's 1-0 on Mike. Well, we've talked a lot about the walk-off home run that Burgess hit last night. It was his first walk-off home run in his Revs career. It was also his first walk-off hit of any kind. 1-0 on Mike. The ball low and away. It's 2-0. Mesa leads off first. He was hit by a pitch with 2 outs. The Revs look to extend their 3-0 lead. Revs are 0-2-3 in doubleheaders this year. One of their splits in a doubleheader came against Somerset at their place on June 13th. Looking for a split or a sweep here today. Burgess laces one to the left center field gap. That's down for a knock. Stopping at second is Mesa. Burgess rounds first. It's a 2-out knock for Mike as he continues to hit. Going over the gap to cut it off is Francoso, and now with 2 runners on and 2 outs, Jose Cuevas comes to the dish.
Stay hot, Bam Bam Sr.
Yep.
I know earlier we said he could carry an offense, and now we're starting to see it.
Doesn't seem like anything can cool him off right now with the role that Mike is on. Oh, here's Jose Cuevas. Well, if you want to know how hot exactly is Michael Burgess, hitting .316 over his last 10 coming in. He's 12 for 38 in that span. Also hitting .316 over his last 5, 6 for 19, the homer and 3 driven in coming into today. First and second for the Revs, 2 outs. Cuevas takes low. It's 1-0. Teasley's still out there for the Patriots. No bullpen action yet for them. The Revs are already into their bullpen. Dominic Severino worked a scoreless 5th in relief of Jonathan Sanchez. Mesa leads off second. Burgess not being held on over at first. 1-0 to Jose. Swing and a miss at a changeup right there, way out in front on the 81-mile-an-hour changeup. Revs have 8 hits in the game, but only 3 runs. They're looking to make it a few more as Mesa dances off second to take his lead. Burgess casually leads off first. Cuevas open stance in the batter's box, waiting for the pitch from Teasley. A look at second, now the pitch. Hot shot out to short. It takes a weird hop and gets into center field. Coming around third to score is Melky Mesa. It's a 4-0 Revs lead. Tough play out at short by Rodriguez. It hits off his glove after it took a very wicked hop up on him. They'll score a base hit, and it's a 2-out RBI single for Jose Cuevas.
That would be a home field bounce right there.
Yeah.
He was right there in front of it, and it shot up, and it benefits the home team. It's got to be a hit for Cuevas, and well, they haven't evened out yet, but he's had some nice good fortune here in Game 1 today.
Cuevas now 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in this one after Teasley retired the first 2 batters he faced here in the 5th. The walk to Mesa extended the inning. Burgess then singled to left center, and now Cuevas on a hot shot to short that came up on Rodriguez off the top of his glove into center, allowed Mesa to score from second. First and third for the Revs. Here's Dent, a hot shot to short, handled by Rodriguez this time, knocks it down, throws to first in time. Not an easy inning for Alfredo Rodriguez at short, but he knocks that one down. The Revs do get 1 run, though. They do it on 2 hits. No errors in the inning, and 2 are left on. It's 4-0 York after 5 full innings. We'll go to the top of the 6th next with Darryl taking back over on the play-by-play.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and closing time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC, 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia, NMLS ID 2925, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Start of the 6th inning, Revs with a 4-0 lead. Top of the order for the Patriots. Severino back on his first pitch to Bourbon is in for a strike. Revs do have Luke Westfall loosening in the bullpen. Severino's second inning of work came on for Sanchez, who was dominant. Here's the 0-1, and it is just off the corner away. That was close. 3 groundouts for Severino in the 5th, issued just a 2-out walk. It was his first outing in almost 2 weeks, 13 days. He fires, Bourbon bluffs a bunt, takes a strike. He looks back, can't believe it, the Patriot dugout hollering that it was low, and Bourbon just slumps his shoulders. He'll be behind 1-2. He's got the only hit. Here's the pitch to him, and he lines it towards short. Oh, leaping grab, Ryan Dent. He goes to the top rung of the ladder. Seemed like he hung in the air, and he squeezes the line drive out, and it's still only 1 hit, which was a Bourbon infield hit in the 4th. He'll have some more words on his way back, and there's 1 down here in the 6th inning.
That's a heck of a play by Ryan. Timed his jump perfectly. Was just able to get enough glove on that to glove it. I mean, that's a heck of a play. I mean, you talk about timing a jump perfectly. I mean, he waited, and then got in the air for that one.
Here's Pacioli, who takes down low. Revs a 4-0 lead. Trying to win their 3rd straight. 1-0. And a fastball in there. Strike called. Pacioli 2 strikeouts. Both against Sanchez, who went 4, giving up an infield hit. No walks, 6 Ks. The 1-1. And a high chop left side. Cuevas can't reach. Dent backhands. Off balance throw. Oh, safe is the call on a bang play at first. And the Patriots have their 2nd hit. Both in the infield. And Dent did all he could. It was a marvelous effort. Way to the backhand, reaching low to get to it, and then chucking it sidearm. And the throw was perfect, but Pacioli is one of their faster runners.
Man, Dent just put on a clinic out there. Forget about not getting the out. That was a heck of a play to keep it in the infield and even get an accurate throw over to first.
Here's Alfredo Rodriguez. He swings first pitch, loops a foul toward the roof, first base side. Rodriguez a strikeout and hit by a pitch, one of the only 2 runners off Sanchez. If you want to read more about the Revs' new acquisition, it's now up on the blog, blog2blogchamps.wordpress.com, and on social media. There's the 0-1, and it's just inside. Pacioli tried to fake going, and his cleats slipped in the dirt. He'll ask for time and try to kick some of that dirt around at first base.
Well, we got that blog post up pretty quick. Wonder how we did that.
The power of Italian ice up here in the booth, I think.
Powering you through?
Sipping my melted Ritas while I typed away. Now another move over. Pacioli dives in.
I'll tell you what, melted Ritas, I mean any kind of Ritas, any kind of water ice on a day like today is perfect.
We wanted to get some more info out there. They didn't want to announce the signing until this morning, so got him in. What a performance it was. Another move to first. Pacioli dives back again. Revs a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. 1 on, 1 out. Westfall is ready if his number gets called. We do have lefties due next, 2 in a row. It's the 1-1. Pacioli runs. It's down and in. Diaz, the throw to second. Short hop, and that was close, but he slides in. Nick King handled the short hop, which took him right into the tag. It got there at the same time. Didn't even have to move his glove off the catch. But evidently Pacioli's cleats hit just ahead of it.
It's a pretty good throw from Diaz. Kept it low, and that's what you want to do there. And Nick King keeping that in the infield. Good pick.
Severino checks back, the 2-1, and it misses in the dirt, blocked by Diaz. He's really done a nice job batting and defensively. Now a 3-1 count. Severino ready with it. And the pitch. Swinging a high chop to third. One giant hop to Cuevas. He's got it, sends it across. 2 away. Big second out. Keeps Pacioli at second. And it might keep Severino in the game. Lefty's coming up, but only one base runner with Rodriguez retired. 4-0 is the lead. And Craig Massey will be the hitter. Looks like they will leave Severino in.
And Dom looks good out there, and he's a starter. He's used to pitching to lefties and righties, so I like the move to keep him in here.
Massey 0 for 2, pop up and a grounder. And Pacioli breaks for third. First pitch strike, throw to third is a little late. Cuevas had to run in front of third and receive it. Oh, they're calling for the grounds crew. The bag at third came loose. So they're going to ask for some dirt to be removed from that hole where the base gets plugged. Right now, Glenn Barker, the third base coach, is working on it. I'm not sure that the crew is aware. Jared Mitchell going toward the right field grounds crew gate, trying to let them know, and here comes LJ.
To the rescue.
Not all superheroes wear capes,
no.
Michael.
Who did I say that for the other night? It was who started for us? Oh, man, I forget. I think I said it for one of our starters that ate up a lot of innings. I can't remember who I said that for.
I don't know.
Damn, I don't remember.
Was it Carson?
I think it was Carson, yeah. I think it was Carson.
Well, it is back-to-back steals for Pacioli, which is interesting since they're down 4. But he takes second and third.
However, I could see Carson wearing a cape. If somebody on this team is going to parade around the stadium in a cape, I think it'd be Carson.
Here's a fly ball, left field. It's shallow and toward the line. Dotel is under it, and the game for the Patriots remains scoreless. Catch is made. Severino threw 2 scoreless innings. No runs, 1 infield hit, 1 left at third. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Revs 4 and the Patriots nothing.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland, and go online to fuscoprobaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Revs lead at 4-0. Hopefully one last half inning for the offense as Nick King fouls the first one back. Teasley stays in, and he will potentially look to go the distance in game 1 and save the pen. He was at 84 pitches entering the inning. As the wind, the 0-1 to King. And a ground ball to shortstop, backhanded Rodriguez, plans, long throw, fired across in time. King retired, 1 for 3. He had arguably the biggest hit of the game, though. 2-run double to open the scoring back in the second inning. And here comes Roger Diaz, who's really handled the pitching well. He's blocked balls. His throwing's been impressive. Handled a swinging bunt that was beautiful. And at the plate, he's 2 for 2 with a ribby in his debut game.
Can't get him out.
First pitch is high and away. Not yet. Revs with 9 hits to Somerset's 2. Diaz has 2 of the 9, the 1-0. And a backdoor cutter called strike from Teasley, who will lead innings. He often goes 6 or 7, and looking to go 6 here. The pitch, swinging a foul upstairs, first base side. That'll bounce down into the second row behind the Revs dugout. Patriots in the 7th inning will have 5, 6, 7 due up. Right now, 4-0 the lead. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball dribbled toward third base, and Kelly's got it. Slings it across in time to get Diaz 2 away. Went back to the top of the order, and Travis Witherspoon, for as dominant as Sanchez was, he went 4 innings. Severino right now in line for the win. Gomez is up loosening. He's looked excellent of late again.
Yeah, Ricardo's been great. I mean, the breaking pitches for him have been awesome. The fastball's had life.
First pitch to Spoon. Breaking ball. He lines it into left field. A base hit. Francoso over toward the corner to glove. The music was still going. Maybe they should do that more often.
Yeah.
Witherspoon with the Revs' 10th hit.
I think so. Stays on a breaking ball there and just lifts it into left field. Didn't try to smoke that thing or hit it over the fence, but got it into left.
Teasley flipped his hand as if to say, why is the music still playing? So they might have gotten in his head.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the reason he gave it the hit.
There's Jared Mitchell, who's 0 for 3 today. And the first pitch is a fastball for a strike.
12 multi-hit games now for Spoon. It should be 13. That he should have had one in Southern Maryland. The one was scored an error. That should have been a hit. But it is 12 officially.
Agreed. We could put an asterisk. Here's a fastball up and in as Mitchell starts and stops, stumbling back away from it. Peel out near second and no swing.
You know, Roger Diaz's batting average plummeted 333 points with that ground out earlier in the inning.
That's a rough at bat right there. 667. Here's a jam shot grounder, thumbed foul, down to Polo. Man, look at the range going toward the sidewall.
Still got it. Do I hear player coach?
Well, if you're in a pinch. That's how he started when he first came here.
Sure, I mean, why not bring him back?
By the way, a win in Game 1 would give Mason Polo their 600th on staff with York. It was the stretch from Teasley, the 1-2, and it misses down and away. Just back away. Let Polo take it. It's his ball.
Can work him in at third with Cuevas.
That's where he played most of the time when he was still active. First half in 2010. Now the 2-2. Swing and a line drive, left field. This will carry right out to Francoso, though, in a step, and he squeezes. As Mitchell frustratedly tosses the bat aside. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Going to the 7th, Revs looking to close out a Game 1 win. They lead it 4-0.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and a bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the 7th inning, and the Revs with a 4-0 lead. Ricardo is in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Gomez will look to close this one out. And over his last 5 outings, 6 innings, 12 strikeouts, 2 per. Today, he will move into second all by himself in appearances in Revs history. This is his 182nd, breaking a tie for second with Thurm. Only Stephen Penny with more, 220. Here's Aaron Dudley. First pitch to the lefty is in for a strike. Gomez starts off ahead. This is the 304th appearance of his Atlantic League career, 3rd all-time. He's now within single digits of Ben Grzelowski for second. The 0-1. And a foul, third base side. He was late. It bangs out of the upper deck, and down below it is 0-2.
How many before he gets to Ross Peoples?
About 66 or so. No, maybe 70 actually.
Probably not getting there this year.
I think Ross was 374. It's the 0-2. And a fastball away. Dudley started but stopped. No appeal on it.
Well, Gomez is ageless. I mean, he could pitch a couple more years and get there.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
He's got the stuff popping again. Yep, Peoples 374. This is the 1-2. And a slider running in, appealed, no swing. That was closer as Dudley brought the bat almost halfway. Grzelowski had 311, so Gomez within 7 there. Pitch and a foul tip back to the backstop. Again, 3 more outs, and Mason Polo will have been on staff for 600 regular season wins. And Fletch, obviously, here in his 5th year, he's been a huge part of that. Sandy De Leon, his 1st year full-time on staff. Big role as well. The 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, left center field. Witherspoon heading over from center, has it lined up, runs it down, 1 away. Here in the 7th inning. Sandy contributed to some of those as a player as well.
Yep. I mean, the Revs have built a really solid coaching staff here to retain it from last year. I mean, Mace is awesome. Fletch is awesome with the pitching staff. Polo and Sandy do a great job in their specific roles. Pretty impressive, though, that Mason Polo have been around for, if this ends up being a Revs win, 600 wins in a Revs uniform.
It's a lot. Here's Adam Weisenberger. First pitch fastball. It's a called strike. Weisenberger a fly out and a ground out. Gomez 182 appearances with York, and the vast majority of those have been in wins. He fires. Swing and a miss, a slider disappearing to the outside. It's 0-2. as he grabs at some dirt. Severino, the pitcher of record, came in the 5th. Sanchez was dominant. Here is the 0-2. And a swing and a foul popped out of play over the first base side.
That slider from Ricardo's been awesome, and he had that pretty big hiccup in Southern Maryland, the outing before that as well, but he's turned it around right now, and it's been great to watch because he gives the Revs another really solid weapon in the back end of that bullpen when he has that slider working and the fastball's up in velocity.
Here's another 0-2 on the way. Got him, swing and a miss. Fastball at 92, way off the plate away. And Weisenberger pulled the trigger and had no chance. Gomez now with 13 strikeouts in 6 2/3 the last 6 outings. And the Revs are an out away from a 3rd straight win. Oh, what a performance here in the early game today. They will overshift on Kyle Roller with 2 down. And the first pitch, slider, swing and a miss. Gomez not messing around, it's 0-1. Roller a strikeout and a ground out. Gomez the stretch, the 0-1. And a swing and a miss, a slider for strike 2. He's got a chance to end it with 2 more strikeouts.
That's nasty right there. I got to imagine he goes back to it here.
He's ready. The 0-2, and he missed outside, a fastball at 93. Changing the eyes for Roller, if nothing else. Those who are here are on their feet. Here's the 1-2, and it misses high and away. Expecting a much bigger crowd with the night game tonight. It's a sweltering day, but
Gomez has gone back-to-back fastballs. Got to believe setting him up for a slider inside.
2-2, and a slider away. Roller flinched the hands, but didn't pull the trigger. Full count now.
How do you lay off that pitch? I mean, you know it's coming, you know it's tempting, and lays off.
Trying to get him here. The payoff pitch. Just inside, a slider just broke in off. And the game will continue. Roller a 2-out walk. He went from ahead, Gomez did, to the walk. Just wasn't able to put him away. Now Mike Francoso, the hitter, he's flied out and walked today. Good day for a tan if you're
Great
out
day
there
for
in
a
the
tan.
sunlight. Or a burn, Michael.
Yeah, I guess in your case. Or
some people burn.
I'm guessing you won't be tanning out on the berm and right center in between games?
No.
No.
First pitch to Francoso is down low, 1-0.
You could get Brian's umbrella hat, you'd be all right.
My head would.
Wear some long sleeves.
That sounds
Is that what you'd have to do to avoid?
Oh, man.
Avoid the burn?
It's the 1-0. That misses high and away. And Gomez maybe getting a little ahead of himself here trying to end it. Diaz will get a new ball for him. He's frustrated. He turned and walked away before the ball was thrown back. We'll go to the rosin bag. Now I'll be in search of some air conditioning. Thanks, Art. Some SPF 30. I don't know if that's enough.
Some sunscreen in there.
There's the 2-0. Backdoor slider. There's a called strike.
A nice gift from Art. That's when you know they're listening. They can hear what you need, and then they bring it to you. Sunscreen in this case.
Here's a swing and a foul tip behind the plate. And again, Gomez a strike away. 2-2. Here with 2 outs in the 7th. Revs a 4-0 lead. And Gomez trying to finish it off right here. He's ready. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Foul tip got him on the high fastball. 93 from Gomez. And the Revs with their 600th regular season win in the coaching/managing careers of Mace on staff, Polo on staff. Gomez finishes it off with 2 more strikeouts. 14 in 7 innings his last 6 games. And the Revs win their 3rd in a row. 4-0. It's a combined 2-hit shutout. In Game 1, the pitchers allowed just 5 balls to go to the outfield in 7 innings in this game. Jonathan Sanchez, brilliant in his Revs debut. Severino is added back to the mix, returning from the rib issue. He looked just fine, and Gomez finishes it off. And the Revs with a 4-0 win in Game 1, now 30-28. And it's time for lunch and a few hours of R&R. They earned it.
Yes, it is absolutely time for lunch for us too. We're going to have to grub, but that ties the fewest amount of hits that the Revs have allowed in a game this season. Another shutout win. I believe it's the 5th shutout for the Revs this year. And, fifth shutout for the Revs. So, got to believe another pitcher's BP is going to come around sooner than later. But just an all-around awesome game for the Revs. The offense was there. They put up 4 runs. 10 hits. You would have liked to score a couple more runs there, but it turned out that they really didn't need to. I mean, with as good as Sanchez was on the mound, and Severino, and then, of course, Gomez closing it out, they didn't need more than the 4, but what they did was they scored multiple runs early in that inning. They didn't just score 1 and be done. They got 3 in that 2nd inning. They strung a few hits together, and then an insurance run in the 5th for good measure. And I think at that point in the game, before that 4th run, I think Somerset kind of felt like they were still in it, that they could put a rally together. But once that next run came in, I think the vibe was that the Revs were going to finish this thing off, and they did.
The Revs with their 6th winning streak of 3 games or longer this season, and Somerset's magic number stays at 4. They've come here to York. They've dropped the first 2. A lot of times it's easy to focus on when your team goes on the road. They have a tough place to play. Oh man, we're going there again. It should not be overlooked. That has been the case for Somerset coming here to People's Bank Park over the years. The Revs have made it very difficult on the Patriots, a little bit of a house of horrors for them. Revs came back, walked them off last night. They shut them out in Game 1 today, a Patriots team that is trying to secure a first-half title. Revs have taken the first 2 this weekend, 3 in a row, and Game 1 today was a masterpiece. 4-0 is the final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?